What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all have a very good day today. Like always, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Enjoy this content coming on my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Check out my last video I did on Atlanta Hawks and them having one of the brightest futures in the entire NBA. And with all that being said, let's talk about the Team USA basketball roster. Team USA has been struggling to win exhibition games that, keep in mind, they don't count by going on a 2-game losing streak, by losing to countries like Nigeria and Australia. However, as I'm recording this video right now, they have just won against Argentina, and it was pretty much a blowout. However, I want to discuss the losses that they have and talk about the problems that Team USA can have when they eventually get into the Olympics. Games actually count, and they count towards the gold medal. However, let's first look at the roster that they have. It's hella stacked. I mean, they have got, I'll put it up on the screen, I'll put up the entire roster, but they have hella guys. They have Kevin Durant, they have Damian Lillard, they have Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, Bam Adebayo. And that's what right now, as they're playing these exhibition games, they're missing 3 players who are in the finals, which are Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, and Jrue Holiday. So let's just keep in mind they don't have a full roster as of now. So the first problem that I think this Team USA basketball roster will have, and is currently having rise of right now, is that they are very accustomed to NBA style basketball, where, I mean, if you haven't watched the games, their entire offense is just hella isolations. Just literally all they do is just give it to Kevin Durant, ask him to get a bucket. Next possession, give it to Damian Lillard, ask him to get a bucket. Next possession, Bradley Beal. It goes on and on. So pretty much their entire offense is just running a bunch of ISOs. Compared to other teams like Nigeria and Australia, they move the ball. They have ball movement. They don't have one guy just dominating the ball all the time. Those teams actually move the ball. So Greg Popovich and coaching staff for Team USA hasn't really been creative with their offense. And then when their defense, I mean, it's pretty much non-existent, defending like it's a damn all-star game. They only have like 3 guys on their team as of right now that is known for their defense. You have Draymond Green, who has won Defensive Player of the Year. Bam Adebayo, who honestly should have been in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year this year. And you have Jimmy Grant, who is a very good wing defender. So with just having only 3 guys that can play good defense, they have given up a whole lot of easy baskets, most of them being in the paint, since they really don't have a defensive big that can protect the paint. Besides Bam Adebayo, he's very good at that, but when he's out of the game, they don't have no one who can protect the paint at all. I mean, Kevin Love ain't blocking shit. So in the 2 losses that they have, they were playing it like it was a damn all-star game. Also, Team USA shoots a whole lot of threes. The 4 last possessions that they had when they were playing against Australia, 3 out of those 4 possessions were missed threes, which this shows that they're still very accustomed to the NBA style of basketball. We all know the NBA is very offensive oriented. The team who makes the most amount of threes wins the game in the NBA. When you're playing against other teams in the Olympics, those other teams aren't doing that. They're playing, you know, they're getting in mid-range, they're getting them in the paint, you know, and when they do get threes, they're shooting good quality threes. And also another thing that shows that they are still very accustomed to the NBA is that there's been guys on this roster that have been trying to draw fouls, simply are not going to be called. There's been clips circling around Twitter where Damian Lillard really tried to draw foul, flopping his ass to the fucking ground. Another clip was like Kevin Love, he pump fake, got the defender jumping, and then he tried to jump into him, and that didn't get called. And in international basketball, FIBA basketball, that shit ain't gonna be called. It's gonna be called way differently. They're not gonna call that weak ass shit. And there have been reports on Twitter that players ranging from Jason Tatum to Bradley Beal have been trying to be accustomed to not being able to draw fouls when a defender just even fucking touches them. So obviously, like I said, these players are still very accustomed to the NBA style of basketball. And the final problem that I'll mention that Team USA is currently having as of right now and need to solve before going into the Olympics is assigning certain roles to players. As I showed you guys earlier, this roster is stacked. It is full of NBA superstars and all-stars, which usually means that they are the number 1 and number 2 options for their teams, which also usually means they have the ball more in their hands and usually are the heroes for their team. However, there's only one basketball and there's only 48 minutes in a basketball game, so not everyone is going to be able to show what they can do on a basketball court, which means that certain players are going to have to play some certain roles in order for this team to win. So these players need to realize that they're going to have to sacrifice some of their shots that they usually get in the NBA in order for this team to dominate when it comes to the Olympics. And it's got to happen. I mean, in basketball, certain roles are going to have to be played in order for a team to win. Everyone on this roster is going to have to sacrifice. That's just how it is. That's the game of basketball. It's a team sport. It is an individual sport. So yeah, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You enjoyed this, or the videos coming out of this channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Check out my last video I did on Atlanta Hawks. Comment down below what y'all think about Team USA and the struggle that they have been having. And with that being said, hope y'all have a good rest of the day, and I'm out. Peace out, y'all.